outside. Great to have you at home joining us or wherever you're joining us online. So we've got Deborah Tisdale leading us off. Please rise in body or spirit. Join us in singing This Joy That I Have.
This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. This love that I have, the world didn't give it to me. No, this love that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This love that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. This peace that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This peace that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This peace that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. This grace that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This grace that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This grace that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. This joy that I have, yeah. The world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it to me. This joy that I have, no. The world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it to me. This joy, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away.
Oh, I love that song. That's really, really fun. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Unity of Walnut Creek, and I'm Carolyn Jansen.
And my name is Carl. Welcome. Glad to have you at our service.
We want to greet and bless everyone who is watching online. Your presence adds to our spiritual community, and we are grateful that you're here with us. Thank you for being with us. Please join me in welcoming our guest musician, Deborah Tisdale, joined by Tyler on the keyboard. Dusty is on bass, and Larry is on drums. And
Dan's on drums.
Dan, excuse me, I'm not reading it right. Our Unity song leaders
you are
today
reading it right.
are Diane, Lisa, and Zoe. Thank you for sharing your music with us.
Reverend Kristen will deliver today's message, which is titled Prospering and Healing Through Order. So you're in for a real treat, because I heard it once and I need a second time to absorb more of it.
I'm thinking how much order I need in my house right now.
You're gonna hear about that.
That's good. So before we begin, I invite you to turn your phones to silent as we enjoy this sacred service together.
Now let's take a moment to be grateful for the land our community rests upon. This is Bay Miwok and Ohlone land.
We honor the Bay Miwok and Ohlone people of today And we are grateful for those who stewarded this land before us. We commit to taking care of these sacred native lands and Mother Earth.
Unity is a positive path for spiritual living, and our vision our vision for the world is we envision a spiritually awakened place where all life thrives in conscious oneness.
And our mission is who we came here to be. Let us say this together.
We
are a loving,
inclusive community,
expanding and living our divinity in sacred service for all. And our core values are love, connection, service, and wisdom.
If you are with us for the first time, welcome. If you feel comfortable, please raise your hand so we may give you a welcome packet. And I don't see any hands up.
Okay. Connection cards are available in the newcomer packets and also in the seat pockets in front of you. And these are for everyone to use. And with this card, you may submit a prayer request, and our prayer team will pray with you throughout the week.
You may also share feedback or request information, so please place your card in the basket along with the offering. For those of you viewing online, connection cards are available on the Watch Live page of our website.
We have several activities to highlight this week, as we always do.
Do you feel called to pray with others? Please join us today at 1 o'clock in the community room for the Prayer Chaplain Orientation. You will learn about what a Unity Prayer Chaplain does and receive details about the training program. This meeting is for everyone interested, even interested in any way, about prayer chaplaincy and what that's all about.
Or even if you'd like to increase your ability to pray, is that right? Yeah. Would you like to become wiser in how you live your life? Okay, be sure to join one of our study groups as we read the book, Becoming Wise, an Inquiry into the Mystery and Art of Living by Krista Tippett. Through a rich discussion of this insightful book, let's become wiser together. I remember having this desire to be a wise elder. I think I was 40 at the time. I had no idea why that was, but it's been a longing that I've had. Be sure to join one of our study groups as we read the book. And you can sign up for the study groups on the patio after the service, or just send an email to office@unityofwalnutcreek.org to let us know that you'd like to join a study group. And if you're new to Unity, there is a slot reserved just for you. We really want new people to participate, and this is a wonderful way to get to know other people in the community.
You'll actually see that on each one of the sign-up sheets, the bottom two lines are kind of reserved, at least for the next week or two, for somebody that feels like they're newer. When we've talked to people down through the years and said, when did you really feel connected to Unity of Walnut Creek? And a lot of them said, yeah, going to Sunday was nice and doing that, but getting involved in a study group was a chance to meet a handful of people and really go deeper. Get them to know you and you to know them. So we're going to reserve those slots for new people for a while. Unity's Earth Care team invites you to the coastal cleanup at Point Pinole, which is nearby, on September 23rd. You can pitch in to create a cleaner coastline among new and old friends. And again, another opportunity to share some really quality time together with people that may be new to you. So visit our website or pick up a flyer on the tables. And so the sign-up sheets for the book study are to the left of the door, and all these other informational sheets are just to the right of the door to the bookstore.
And your Board of Trustees would like to invite you to a community gathering on Sunday, October 1st at 1 p.m. here in the sanctuary. There will be a circle format to hear your questions and provide updates. Join us to get connected, be engaged, bring your questions, your feedback, and your ideas.
Now I'd like to invite Susan Angeles to the platform for some exciting news.
Morning, Unity. It's time again for our fall fundraiser, and this year we're doing a barn dance. We're going to have food by our fabulous men's group. One of our board members is going to be leading a line dance. And if you've never done a line dance, it's just a blast. And we will have raffle baskets, and we will have just all kinds of wonderful things. A super raffle featuring a week in Tahoe. Absolutely. So we'd love to have you get involved. You can donate your time, your treasure, or just your presence. And it's on October 21st. And we're looking forward to seeing you there. And now, I want to introduce our resident celebrity, Guinness World Record holder, Holly Reese.
Hi, thanks, Susan. Some of you may know that I'm a healthy aging coach, and I specialize in working with older adults. Most people, a big part of what I do is teach fall prevention skills. Most people don't know that September is National Fall Prevention Month, or that every 19 minutes an adult over 65 dies due to a fall. So on September 30th, here at Unity, we're having a free fall prevention awareness raising event that you're all invited to attend. And at 2:30, I'll be doing some fall prevention education. And then at 3 p.m., I'm going to attempt an official Guinness World Record-breaking attempt of my current record of 1,036 push-ups in an hour. So if I do it, you're going to be at the event for the official record-breaking record, whatever that is. And so 2:30 talk, 3 record-breaking attempt. It's going to be fun. I hope to see you there. And if there's interest in having me come to Unity and do a fall prevention workshop, there's a little interest form on the tables out there. You can sign up, and I'll be happy to teach a fall prevention workshop. Thank you.
People don't know this, but I actually did 1,037 push-ups. It took 18 months to do, but I did do it.
Don't believe everything he says. I've never seen you do a push-up.
And we've been married for 55 years, so there you go. So as we always say, for more information and registration for all of our events, please see our website, and you may register. That got me laughing. You should have done that. I did a push-up. Yeah, you can register for these and all our events on at our bookstore or on our website. Inhale, exhale.
I'm just overjoyed. I don't know that you've ever seen me get the giggles. Our whole family gets the giggles, and it's just like hard to stop. Anyway, breathe. As we prepare for our time of meditation, please join me in taking a conscious breath and affirming our statement of faith together. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, the all-loving goodness of God.
I'll begin with music followed by a guided meditation and silence.
is well now. All is well. All is well now. All is well. All is well now. All is well. Deep within me, all is well.
Let's allow these comforting words of truth, a sense of divine order in our lives and our worlds, in our bodies and minds and relations. Allowing the truth that all is well to echo through our hearts. You may wish to continue to hear the verses of the song, to sing them or speak them in your own mind and heart, or to simply enter that deep well of spirit and know this truth that all is indeed well in the silence. Just once again, letting this truth rise up from within us, fall down from the heavens upon our shoulders, relaxing us and grounding us. The divinely ordered truth that all is well. The depths of our being underneath every circumstance. All is well. In your soul, in your heart, in your body, in relations. Even in our world, all is well. And so it is.
All is well now. All is well. All is well now. All is well. All is well now. All is well. Deep within me, all is well. Deep within me, all is well. There's a new territory that I never saw before, like a fire transformation breaking through my core. It's shining in the darkness. I can see the light of day, and this new territory is my strength, it is my way. I said this new territory, it is our strength, so let us pray. Well, I pray that you see the best of life, the best of love, the very best of everything. Well, I pray that you see the best of life, the best of love, the very best of everything. Say yes, and see the best of life, the best of love, the very best of everything. And wake up and see the best of life, the best of love, the very best of everything. Have faith and see the best of life, the best of love, the best of everything. Let go and see the best of life, the best of love, the very best of best of love, the very best of everything. There's a new territory that I never saw before, like a fire transformation breaking through my core. It's shining in the darkness. Let me see the light of day. And this new territory, it is my strength, it is my way. I said this new territory, it is my strength. So let us pray, and I pray that you see the best of life, the best of love, the very best of everything.
Thank you, Deborah. It's always such a pleasure to have you with us. And good morning, everyone. You all came back after that raucous 75th celebration last week. It was fun. Those of you who made it happen, the volunteers and staff that were a part of that, would you please stand and just let us give you some love? Yes, our chair, Elizabeth Isles, thank you. We've got folks in the booth that contributed greatly. We had our friends Canyon Coyote Woman and Nicholas Sanchez here because of Shari Dyer, who's behind the camera. We had Joey Pena all day long working the sound inside and out. And thanks very much to John Nichols, because he videoed all of those ministers, and he and his dad edited those videos, and then he bought a new drone so we could take that picture of our community. That'll be on our website, so you'll get to see that. And I think you might even get to see the video when we're all moving into the labyrinth and out of the labyrinth. It's pretty cool. So technology, it's a fun thing. I like to say it's fun when somebody else operates it, but so especially somebody who knows what they're doing, right? And so now we return to our series, the 12 Powers series, which is about healing and prospering through the 12 powers this time around. And throughout the summer, we covered many of our powers, 9 of them to be exact. And so now we're back to 3. We're doing a different order this time. So the first 6 were in the head region, and then we went to the lower regions of elimination and life and strength. And now we're in the gut and the heart to end. So wisdom, order, and love is where we're ending. And today is all about order. You probably gathered that by now. Order is signified by the color olive green, which we see throughout nature, which is full of order. And it is found at the navel. So we go all the way back to the beginning, to birth, to remember this sense of divine order. It connects us back through our ancestors and to the source itself. Canyon Coyote Woman talked about that last Sunday. She talked about how she lives on this really special land, Indian Canyon, and that her umbilical cord, her mother's umbilical cord, and her grandmother's umbilical cord are all buried on this land. And so there's that sense of connection, right, from this place of the navel. Connection, obviously, to our mothers, and so much more, to the Divine Mother, Father, to the Source, to our ancestors, to all of those who have come before us. It puts a whole different spin on navel gazing. Suddenly becomes this mark of like, wow, there's a lot going on right here in my belly, right? So something to behold in a whole different way. Whether you have an innie or an outie, you are spiritually connected. Let it be a reminder. Birth order matters, and by that I don't mean the order in which we were born like we normally think about it, but in terms of this order, this sense of the divine power of order that is connected to our birth, connected to our coming here to earth at this time. I think about it as, the source that there is this universal divine pattern to the universe. There is a divine pattern beneath it all. You could think of it back to the analogy of our friends who are here, like grandmother spider who spins her web. The source has spun a web, a pattern to the universe. And then I believe that source, or something like this might have happened, where the source says, oh, well, I need that soul to be a part of this experience on earth, or you could say experiment on earth. And that soul there, that soul needs to be here. And so I believe that we were all invited, maybe called, and that there was some level of agreement that we would be born onto earth at this time in this embodied way as our souls to evolve, to walk, to contribute, to give our gifts, to receive the lessons as well as the blessings, if you will, as one of the New Thought country artists sings. And so to give those, to receive those, right? We're here to be blessed, to be a blessing, and to learn, and maybe to teach others as we learn. So that those lessons are a part of our spiritual evolution, which is a part of that natural order of life, which is a part of that pattern, that source mind intelligence of the universe imagined, thought about, put that divine idea out into, and unfolded this underlying map. If you think about the stars and the map of the sky and all those different constellations, that it's like as above, so below, as above, so within, that there is this pattern. Now, I don't mean that like it's an inflexible thing, like there's a rigid idea or a blueprint that we come in with individually and there are all these specific things that are going to happen. Personally, I think there's basic ideas, growth opportunities, and there are souls on the earth that we might connect with that would help us most in achieving that which we have come in here to do or to contribute or to experience or to learn and evolve into. And that there might be groups of souls, such as one like this, where we come into a spiritual community and it's like, oh, lo and behold, I'm supposed to be with these souls. It's always so fascinating to me when somebody says, oh, I'm new here today. I had this conversation today. Well, I'm not really new here. I was here about 15 years ago. I used to come here, and now I've come back. That is a really common story. How many of you have that story in this room? Look at that. Yeah, so it seems like every week there's that kind of experience of I revolve in and I revolve out, and we trust that the revolve out is for your highest good as well, and you go to wherever you go and you do whatever you do, and then at some point you go, I feel pulled back in. That because that soul group is a part of my life's journey, is a part of that source pattern that was laid out before I said, okay, God, I'll come. Or I said, yes, God, I'll come. Who knows which way, we entered into this life, But whatever it is, however it is that we came, begrudgingly, willingly, like the reluctant saint that some people said St. Francis was, or whether we came in fully, yes, to this time, to this place, we did choose to be here. It's always good to remember that. When I went to ministerial school, they slipped us this little piece of paper on one of the first days. It was like a Chinese fortune cookie, but we didn't get the cookie. We just got the slip of paper. And it said, I chose to be here. And that was really helpful. I still have it. It was really helpful to have around because sometimes things got tough, right? And then I always thought of ministerial school as spiritual boot camp. But, that's life too, isn't it? It's spiritual boot camp. If we're really consciously engaging in this as a journey, as a spiritually evolving journey, and that we're here to learn and we're here to contribute, It's kind of like spiritual boot camp. Sometimes the going gets tough. So it really helps to remind ourselves, oh, right, I chose to be here. It helps us avoid victim consciousness and get up and meet whatever it is that is here for us. And to remember, ultimately, all is well, right? No matter what is going on. And that's not meant to paint some kind of Pollyanna brush over the reality of difficult things in our lives. It's meant to say, I can see what's going on, I can feel what's going on, and I know there's something underneath it. Our source, God, the divine, there's something underneath it that tells me that there is a divine order at work here, and that all really is well. That ultimately all it really is well. So it's an affirmation that carries us forward. So when you said yes, I choose to be here, it was an agreement where Source knew that you were needed. Your soul was needed. Your unique being, your everything that makes you you was a part of your background, your ancestry, your shape, your size, your talents, your abilities, your messes, your mistakes, it's like all of us, right? All of us are needed, not just the things that we do right or the times that we are aligned, but our bumbles too, right? Our messiness is a part of our human divine walk. And all of that comes together to create this orchestrated chaos that is really order. So often we think that, those two things are different, but they're not so different. In the power of order, this power that is this pattern of the universe, that we have this blueprint that is a microcosm of that truth, there it seems like there's a lot of messiness and badness, but there's method behind the madness, right? And there's chaos in the order. You could think of the Taoist symbol, the yin-yang symbol, how there's a spot of black in the white and a spot of white in the black, and that whole symbol has this fluid feel to it, the yin-yang symbol. And so there's that sense that there is chaos in order, and there is order in chaos, and all these things that we might call opposites are really one. It's all one circular movement or sphere of life in the grand circle of life. And there really is some scientific backing for this idea of chaos and order being partnered together. An MIT meteorologist, Edward Lawrence, in the 1960s, through a series of experiments, came to some profound insights. It's now called chaos theory. And if you look at chaos theory, there are some things you can cull from it that are particularly, I think, concepts that are relevant for us spiritually. And so 3 of those starts with, the first one is that there is a sensitivity to initial conditions. Now, if you think about that, you know that we are sensitive to initial conditions, right? We hear about something like what's happened in Libya or Maui or Morocco or down the street from us or to our neighbor or to our family, whatever it is, and we're sensitive to that initial condition. Deeper than that, we're sensitive to energies. You know how it feels when something just doesn't feel right? When you walk into a space or you're in the presence of somebody and something just feels off. I remember as a young woman working in the city of Chicago, and sometimes I'd work late and I'd go into the parking garage to get my car. And I remember one particular time I was like, oh, something's not right, And I was like shimmying along the elevator to go to a different floor and wait it out and, just had to trust my gut. Is it safe now? Is it okay to go back to my car now? I mean, I don't know. Was it my fear creating something, or was it real? I didn't want to stick around to find out. I just was going to follow that gut feeling, right? And so that's what we do, right? This is the power of wisdom and order working together, that there is a greater order here, and I'm attuned to it, and I'm going to follow it. So whether it is in that kind of scenario, like a fearful scenario, or it's in a wonderful scenario, like, wow, I really want to be a part of that group or do that thing, or I really feel called to go to that place. That's a sensitivity to an initial condition. It's a sensitivity that we have. And so a second concept that it flows into is this idea that subtle action, even just small movements, can make a big difference, have a profound effect on what happens next. So we're sensitive to the conditions, and then we take some action, right? So something doesn't feel right, we move aside, or we even cross the street, or we go somewhere else. Or something feels good, we move toward it. We say yes to it. We sign up. We enroll. We commit because it feels right. It feels good. It's what's urging us in that direction. So this you might know as the butterfly effect. The idea is that a butterfly can, scientifically shown that a butterfly can be flapping its wings in the Amazon and it can affect a tornado in Texas. That's incredible, isn't it? You think about a butterfly, so small, so beautiful, so light, so delicate, that could make an energetic difference in a storm pattern. That kind of thing makes us recognize that even the smallest actions that we take toward good or another direction, that they have a profound effect. What we do matters. And if we take that sensitive initial condition, the sensitivity we have to it, and we move in that direction that the divine is showing us is the direction to go, then we are participating in the unfolding of the kind of divine order we want to experience. A big way we do this is through prayer, right? Through our own personal prayer lives, through our own personal prayer routines. Part of order is routine. So having your routine, your discipline that you do. I've done the same yoga routine for so long that it's like my muscles just do it. I don't really even have to think about do this, then do this, it just sort of happens. And then it just frees my mind. So when we get into that kind of practice, it can really help our souls and feel that sense of divine order, feel that sense of alignment. And there's nothing like coming together in prayer. I have just so appreciate the folks who come to noon meditation because we have just grounded this prayer circle here that happens Monday through Thursday. And last Thursday, of course, we got a double dose because we had World Day of Prayer as well. And on Thursdays, we have the Awakened World Prayer Circle. And what's so beautiful about that is that whatever's going on in the world, maybe, that it doesn't just have to be the world, but it can be things, that you've gotten exposed to in the news and that you've thought about, but you feel maybe helpless or you don't feel like there's that much you can do. I mean, you can write a check, you can pray on your own. But when we come together, there's something that really happens because here, the way we hold things is through the power of affirmative prayer and upliftment and blessings. And so this horrible thing that just happened in the world that's weighing on my shoulders and breaking my heart, I can come into circle and I can speak to that in an affirmative way. And then others will build on it. And together we create a playing field. We create our own pattern of divine order right here that can be sent out to Maui, to Libya, to Morocco, to wherever it is that in this field of energy we are participating by sending the kind of energy we want to send. Peace and harmony and rebuilding and support and encouragement. All those things. These are the many things we have to contribute. And so that, it's that turning away, I think the tendency for us to want to, because if we do have the privilege of turning away when something happens and we can choose to say, well, I don't really want to look at that or I don't really want to participate in that. Part of why we do that is because I think we feel alone and feel a sense of helplessness. But if instead we could say, no, I'm not going to turn around or turn away because I was asked to be here. I was called to be here. I said yes to being here. I chose to be here. I was incarnated to be here at this time in this place. And these things are happening in my world. And I'm in Earth School. I'm in it. So if I turn away, where's a way? I can't turn away. I'm in it. Everywhere I look, I'm still in the energy of what's happening on earth. And we are all one, remember? One heart, one mind, one experience, one life. And so what happens to somebody on the other side of the world matters. and I can just flap my little butterfly prayer wings and come together with a whole pod of butterflies. I don't know if they're called pods, but whatever they're called, a troop. And we can all flap our prayer wings. Imagine what can happen to change lives. That transformational energy is offered up. Healing is offered up. Revelation is offered up. Who knows, whatever it is that those people or that person or that country or that region needs, we can trust is received. Why? Because we are a part of a divinely ordered universe that has a pattern, that soul and source energy put into action. From the very beginning, from the Big Bang, from that divine intelligence that said, I'm going to make a world of and form life. I'm going to form all these cool different things in life. I mean, when you begin to think about the diversity of nature, it's just mind-blowing, right? Or the magnificence of the body and how it all works together. I mean, it's just mind-blowing. So it has to have some kind of divine, intelligent pattern behind it. Scientists are always looking for the God particle. And so it's, because there's, even the most atheistic scientists, there's still this sort of mystery of the universe that pulls us in, right? Which brings us to the third concept in chaos theory, which is the strange attractor. This is what they call it, the strange attractor. They call it the strange attractor because the movement is that things in chaos look like they're falling apart. It looks like everything's coming undone. And yet, in mathematics, they find that underneath it all, there actually is an organization of energy toward ideal behavior. Gary Taubes, from Discover Magazine says this: chaos has its own pattern, a peculiar kind of order. And this pattern is known whimsically as a strange attractor because the chaotic system seems to be strongly attracted to ideal behavior. Now, those of us who've been steeped in spirituality for a while go, oh, there's proof now. I knew it all along. We might not call it such a strange attractor because to us, it's the mystery of the divine, right? It's the mystery of the divine that we know works in a divinely ordered way for good. That there is a force of good. That there is an impetus toward ideal behavior. So when you see all kinds of adults in sometimes powerful positions in the world behaving badly, remember that there is a strange attractor going on. A divine mystery happening that is moving and reorganizing us all to ideal behavior. If that doesn't inspire you, I don't know what does. I'm hanging up my stole if that doesn't inspire you. Because that is so exciting to me. To know that it's like, this is the way the universe works. It's not just a bunch of New Thought people walking around going, oh yeah, everything's happy clappy, which I think sometimes is what people think about us. Which is fine, because we do like to have a good time, and it does look like everything's light and bright. Big deal. Right? We all look younger than we really are. I mean... I don't know. I'm not going to apologize about this anymore. Are you? My life works. I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry. Life is really good. I wake up in the morning and I go, wow, thank you, God. Seriously, I do. I mean, Brentley and I sit in our backyard all the time and go, oh my God, we are so blessed. I mean, with jobs that we love, with a sense of contribution, with love in our home and in our lives, and this community, and the beauty of nature, it's just like, can it get any better? And then things come. I know things come in our lives that are hard and that are heartbreaking, and some of you are going through those things right now, but what you need to know is all is well. All is well. Because there is a constant bubbling energy that knows that truth. There is a part of you that deep in your heart, past all whatever the heartbreak is, you know that truth. all is well. I came to this planet. My source called me to be here, chose my soul, said, this is a place for you because you have something to contribute. You have a blessing to bring. You have a lesson to learn. It's important that you be there now. So when you look at things in terms of the small things that are going on in your life and you think, ouch, that hurts, cast a bigger circle and the pain won't be so bad because suddenly you go, oh, wow, right, I'm part of the cosmos. Look up, there's the celestial beings. I'm made of stardust. Look at nature, look out. Look at the patterns in nature, in seashells and flowers and leaves. I mean, there is a divinely, intricately created thing going on here that is really beautiful and really powerful and way beyond the things that we might deal with in everyday life. And so it's not to belittle the hard parts of life. It's not to say those don't come and they don't break our hearts or trouble our minds. It's not to say those things don't matter. It's just let's cast them into a bigger pool. And then it'll be easier for us to navigate back to the truth. It'll be easier to come to that divine alignment. So, when I think about metaphors for this divine order, this one always comes to mind of that backyard that I was telling you about. Brenly and I put together a rock labyrinth years ago with the help of our godchildren. And it's pretty simple. I mean, it's kind of thin paths, but it's a labyrinth. It's got the sacred geometry in it, and it's got the single pathway with a little bit of switchback in the center, all the aspects of labyrinth. And I sometimes walk it, but I have to say I get just as much or more joy from just looking at it. Because when I look at it, I feel peace. When I look at it, I have a sense of all is well. I feel that sense of order. It's like looking at something that's in order. You know how it feels when your desk is in order, or your drawer, or your closet, when you declutter and you reorganize and you go, oh my gosh, it feels so much better in here. You ever have that experience? Yeah, so it's sort of like looking at in that way. It's like, oh. And then wouldn't you know, this is the favorite place of our dogs to, let's say, leave their offerings. I mean, they've got plenty of space. There's some grass, there's other landscaping, but they always go right for the labyrinth, both of them. And at first, this really disturbed me, but then I thought, well, okay, let's follow the teachings, right? So it depends upon what you focus on. I mean, I could look at the doo-doo, or I could look at the sacred geometry of an ancient walking path that's all about meditation and order and pattern of the universe. It's constant for us, right? It's a constant choice. What I think, where I look, how I move through life. And I could always clean up the doo-doo. There's always that too. We could always be of service to clean up the mess, to contribute to cleaning up the mess. So it's these choices that befall us day after day after day. Do I remember? Do I look down at my belly? And do I think, I wish it were a little flatter, or I should suck it in more? Or do I look down at it and go, oh my God, look at that navel. That is the divine connection to my source. That is my place of birth, my constant reminder that I have come here. That this mark of my connection to my source be it a constant reminder that the divine pattern is unfolding and I am in alignment with its ideal behavior. Say that to your belly next time. Things will go a lot better. Your digestion will work a lot better too. We come to this place, this earth, this present moment, and let's just remember how precious that is, how precious a life is, how fast it all goes. And just be with the gift that is here for us, the joy that is here for us, the blessings, the lessons, the possibilities, the contributions we can make. And let's remember that we chose to be here now. Our ushers have a little slip of paper for you as you leave to remind you of that truth. And I invite you to affirm it with me now. Together, I play an important part in a divinely ordered universe. I chose to be here now. And so it is.
Kristen, thank you so much for that. There was so much throughout that talk to go back and reflect on, and I'm glad these things are videoed so that we have a chance to re-engage. Last week after the 75th anniversary celebration, I was with our 7-year-old grandson, and he's a pretty deep thinker, and he had 6 questions, and his first question was, in this grand universe, do I matter? And you gave me a lot of information to, over time, instill to him in his own way.
There's so much to talk about. I'd like to add on the patio we shall speak. Our prayer chaplains are available after this service to provide personal prayer support. Those butterfly wings. If you are a prayer chaplain serving today, please stand. Our prayer chaplains wear the lavender stoles.
Whether you have a joy or concern in your heart today, praying with our prayer chaplains is a powerful opportunity to have your intentions raised up in consciousness.
Now let's open our hearts to the practice of giving. I invite you to prepare your gifts as we align with the universal law of circulation. As we give, we shall receive. In truth, there is no lack or limitation. Abundance is our true nature.
For your convenience, there are a variety of ways to give financially to this community, shown on the slide in front of you. For those of you watching online, you may use the donate button on the Watch Live page. We encourage everyone to avoid bank fees and set up automatic giving to Unity through your bank's PayPal or Pay system.
I invite you to take your tithe or offering in your hand and repeat our affirmation with me. Together, divine love, one with me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am joy-filled and grateful.
Thank you.
Many pray along the way. They don't stop to wonder what the world is coming to. They let something higher reveal the way to greater love. Oh yeah. So the truth is telling me, sing of liberation for the ones who are not free. Love can take us higher, reveal the way to greater love. Oh yeah, so we let it wash over us. We let it make us kinder. Let it lift up higher. Let it be. We let it early in the morning. We let it hold us together. Let it now and forever. Let it be. We let the
Wow, that was so beautiful. And I love the backup singers. Yeah, it's very professional. Taking it on the road. But don't go too far because we want you all here. All right, well, let's give thanks for the gifts that are held here that are spilling over. And give thanks for all that these gifts represent for us. The energy that flows through our hearts and our hands as we give to this place, this very precious and sacred place, but knowing it does not stop here, that it continues to move through all of us individually, throughout our neighborhood and beyond into our world, that the good just keeps on flowing, that all is indeed well, and as we give to the good, we experience more of it. Let's bless it together. We give thanks for the ever-increasing, constant flow of absolute good in our lives now.
We are a circle of love. We are a circle of light. Come join the circle of love. Come join the circle of light. The light in you and the light in me are one. The light in you and the light in me are one.
Good morning, everyone. Nice to see you. Happy Sunday. Today we were talking about friendship and the blessings of friendship and some of the things that we like to do with our friends. Anyone want to share what you like to do with your friends? Anyone? Okay.
Draw.
Draw and make art. What else? What about you? You want to tell them what you like to do with your friends?
I usually like to make crafts for my mom.
Yes, that's nice. Anybody else want to share what they like doing with their friends? Yeah.
I like talking with them.
Talking with their friends? Anyone like talking with your friends? What do you like to do with your friends? Drink wine. We enjoy lemonade back there. Go hiking. Yeah. Be in nature. Dancing? Yes. Dancing with our friends. Laughing. Friends are such a blessing, and we have so many different kinds of friends. We have our school friends. We have our soccer friends, our neighborhood friends, but we also have our church friends. We have our Unity friends. And our Unity friends are so special because we pray together and we affirm things for one another, right? And so we're so grateful for our Unity friends today. So thank you. Blessings.
All right, friends. How about we bless you? Ready to receive? All right. We're like, wait, what's happening here? Together. Children, youth, and teachers, we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the divine light within you.
All right, we're going to close with Wherever I Am. Please rise in body or spirit. Join us in singing. If you like to hold hands, put them out. You can also take it in through your heart. Wherever I am, God is. Wherever you are, God is. Wherever we are, God is. And all is well. Wherever I am, God is.
Don't forget, if you want to enhance your praying and contribution in that way, prayer chaplain information session is at 1 o'clock in the community room. And now for our final blessing, just so you remember, you are the light and the love and the order on earth right now. So let your light shine, have fun, and spread joy.